being introduced here. The real stuff starts now. They got to be ready.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know, game day one, it's always an opportunity to maybe. Unfortunately, they don't end up winning. You know, we joked at the last EuroBasket that they got bronze, and they actually won on the last game day, where normally they're used to losing. So.
Let's play ball.
The FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2025 is underway here in Group A. It's Turkey winning the opening tip, attacking the basket to the right, and they go straight at Ruper with McCowan. Ruper from the baseline. And Ojai Shakur has the rebound. Now a three-pointer, and that is a good-looking shot.
Nice little start, and I really like this matchup between Ileana Ruper and Tiara McCowan because they actually played for a couple months together in Mersin.
Bernice back outside to Ruper. Now she puts it on the deck and she gets in. That is a big-time move from Ruper, and that's going to be tough to stop for McCowan. They played against each other in Turkey as well. Here's McCowan. Wow, that is a weapon.
You know, that help side really needs to be there. You saw Salon come in that competition, didn't get out of group play.
And another jump shot, this time rattling it in, Salon.
Or whoever's more aggressive wins, defensively or offensively. France are trying to play aggressive defense, but.
Nice ball movement, three-point shot, count it, and it's Shakur this time, the captain. And, well, throwing the basketball where it didn't need to be thrown. Salon gets it back, nice little give and go.
Putting in the effort, trying to get around and not getting sealed in the low post, and they come up with a steal, easy two-point basket.
McCowan catches it again. How do you stop it? So high that even if the help is there, she's still got a great chance of catching and scoring.
That's what I mean. That. You're not coming up with the steal, but.
Oh, going out, Atash. And from the baseline, and Salon right on cue.
They're going to Prague.
And here it is on the break, France, and that is tough to stop, and Salon just lays it up and in. Great pass. Great counterattack. Senrik back to the basket, backs her all the way down. Little turnaround, gets blocked by Valu Ayayi. Shakur drives in with the left hand. Beautiful basketball from Ojai Shakur. Now the switch. Brochant for three. Wow, talk about weapons coming for Turkiye. Lacan. Brochant. Two in a row. Talk about.
Yeah, you do.
And EuroCup women. Astier over the Brochant. She gets it down low, and that is tough to stop.
It is. Every one of these young French players have already scored in their first game at their first tournament.
Beautiful drive from Uzun. Little hesitation. Clock down to 5. They got to go quickly. Fittek for 3. Count it!
EuroBasket, and they have silenced me, and this team is scary.
Showing us all.
Well, you mentioned it. Can she play 40 minutes? Probably not at this high tempo. So keep her as fresh as you can. Oh, wow.
Goodness me. That is just like a giant catching the basketball and putting it up and in.
What I like was the first possession of the game, they went inside, she scored 2 points. And then, let the game come to her. She doesn't.
And then you've got McCowan. Has to be careful not to move on that screen. Uzun misses, but there's McCowan with the follow. She's in double digits. That didn't feel good. Torre drives in. Oh, boy, just took what the defense gave her.
They have a lot of teams who compete in EuroLeague women, who compete in EuroCup women.
Almost a layup off that. And look at that. Shakur gets fouled, puts it up and in. And her veteran Leadership is really coming to the fore.
Captain, my captain right there.
Look at that. Bernice did a great job recovering, but then just because of the reach
at the end, yeah.
Whether she got it or not, oftentimes you see the reach. Berenice, beautiful pass, and another missed layup, but Rupert follows up her own miss and scores.
Anticipating you go that far.
Great defense, meanwhile, by Rupert. Blocking that shot, certainly deflecting it. McCowan taps it in. And France, once again, trail by just one. Great take, Onar. Rupert starting to establish herself down low from a rebounding standpoint. Valu Ayayi, the drop, and the EuroLeague Women champion from Prague. Shocker, Uzun open, that's big. They needed a bucket, and it's a go-ahead three. Shot clock winding down, Shocker. Sinurek for three, got it! That's what she does, but just not finishing. And look at Sinurek meanwhile, this is her bread and butter.
It really is. And, you know, you don't want to rely too much.
And it's now Turkey wearing the white and attacking the basket to the left. On your screen, leading by 8 points. Shocker drives in, good defense, Miniatore. Getting the hands up and now quickly breaking France, and great hustle back by Onar. Salon picks it up though and rattles it in.
And shoot it. But if you're maybe an average three-point shooter, you got to figure out other ways if you're this French team to score. But that being said, and you mentioned it in the first half.
She had the shot, and that's another one of those opportunities.
You mentioned it at halftime. You know, you felt like France missed a lot of opportunities around the basket.
And look at that, Shocker just punishes her, so that's a 4-point swing. So they stem the flow just a little bit. Here's Lacan from the line. Nice, silky, smooth shot, Lacan.
Uzun's moment to sort of take over offensively and be the kind of leader.
Oh, over the shoulder pass, look at that. McCowan not there, but there's the offensive rebound. Byron misses, McCowan gets it back, and there's score. Rupert drives in, has it knocked away. Great hands by Byram. And Uzun pulls it back out. Skip pass, three-pointer for Onar. Got it! And just like that. Greece plays Switzerland in the next game. There's a Yayi, goes in, puts it up, and just maintains her control after the contact.
And the takes by France as well.
Oh, great reach, almost a steal, and another turnover. The French defense keeping them in the game right now. 3-on-1, nice no-look pass from a Yayi. Look at that, on a platter. Room service dime.
Had the ball inside the post. Uzun is defending you. You have an advantage. Go up.
Shocker Turgut gets in, and that's why she stays in the game. She's got an and one. Look at this. And Berenice, it would be so deflating if they don't win it.
So deflating, or do you say we almost beat France, and how about that first action out of the third quarter? Two teams are going out. We would have thought France will go on.
Look at this, the inbounds to Fiddick. Great play, Shocker Turgut. Fiddick comes in.
She's crashing the offensive rebounds. She's the one who drew that defensive foul on the rebound.
Salon from the corner. Oh, and she gets the shooter's bounce. That is a huge shot. For Janelle Halliburton Salon. You've seen Halliburton's high bouncing shot against the Knicks. There's a nice drive.
Greece right now watching this game. Obviously the coaches are here. They're scouting this game.
60-55 Turkey. Remember, France turned it over on the previous possession. Here's Salon, catch, shoot, and shooters roll once again. She's got 20.
Played less in the second. Right now, Jean-Aimé Toupin from France says, you know what, I got to go with people who are going to score.
Uzun drives in, and the veteran puts it up and in. Uzun, Miniatore guarding her. Uzun drives, nice bounce pass to Effie Byron, and look at that, 2.5 minutes. Turkey have not scored Here's Onar, tough drive, and she does get it to go. Nice little English.
Her fourth foul on that box out early in this fourth quarter. And good teams, their bench players step up and you could just say, well, if we had hit a few more free throws.
She misses another, but Byram sneaks in for the rebound. Huge play by Byram. But then she turns it over. She gives it to Salon, who races down the floor and lays it up and in to cut the deficit to 2.
Obviously, Repair a little bit tired too because it took her a while to get into the front court for France.
Maybe they got oh, it's going to be Toure, and she hits the go-ahead 3 for France. And Toure with the go-ahead 3. Toure, Ayayi for 3, good! The cream rises to the top, the veteran. France surely have to go down. Fitted goes down, they get it to Ayayi from the corner! Her second big three-pointer in the last few minutes. And an experience. Cowan takes her time, makes again. Boy, that was big-time free throw shooting. They haven't made many. Shakur Turgut, they don't need a 3. She's going to drive to the basket. She's going to spin. She's going to pass it back out. They got to get it up. It's going to be Onar. She does. She gets blocked right at the end of the game. Heartbreak Hotel for Turkiye.